everybody doing today? This is Raymond Street. The sun is in my eyes, and I'm driving past Caltech on both sides. Driving into the sunlight in Pasadena. This is Raymond Street with a slow start. Saturday evening, day before Mother's Day. Driving up California Avenue. Just checking some logistics here. Slow start. Local boundaries and beyond. Pasadena. Going west on California. Decided to go live. This is the main thoroughfare, California. I never know what they call this. California Boulevard, California Street, California Avenue. This is California Boulevard. California Boulevard crossing El Molina Avenue. San Marino, just a couple of blocks away. To your left. And we're about 5 blocks, 6, 7 blocks away from the Rose Bowl route. There's just a couple of sites I want to check on. This Saturday evening, the day before Mother's Day. How's everybody doing out there? They ain't got nothing to do. This is the site you should be at right here. Local boundaries and beyond. Lovely Shams here. Gonna do some zigzagging here and there. This is Morongo. Seems like it's a rush hour today. Arroyo Parkway. We're going to cross Arroyo Parkway. If you go Arroyo Parkway going south, you will hit the the 110 freeway, the very first freeway built in Los Angeles from downtown to Pasadena. It actually runs out on Arroyo Parkway, which is the street. So if you go south, it'll turn into the 10 freeway, which goes all the way to the harbor. We're on Raymond Street. That's a Raymond Avenue crossing. Another fun drive, checking things out. Day before Mother's Day, Saturday evening. And we're passing Fair Oaks Avenue. If you go south on Fair Oaks, which is to the left of you, you will go into South Pasadena. Right to my left, I won't be able to see, is the Huntington Hospital, named after Henry Huntington, the railroad guy who helped start the Pacific Electric, also who started the Huntington Gardens. A lot of people take their moms out beforehand. On these special occasions, sometimes you take your loved ones out either the day before, the week before, the day after Mother's Day, or the week after because of the crowds. I'm gonna turn here on Orange Grove because this is actually kind of like the Rose Parade route. Okay, the sun's not in my face. As you can see, this area looks very, very pretty. I probably drove down this area once before. A lot of beautiful homes are on this street and big apartments too. Really big. and really pretty and very lush. So this is Orange Grove Boulevard. This is where the Rose Parade actually starts. All the floats line up on this street here, Orange Grove. Then we're gonna make a right turn here, going toward Old Pasadena as usual, Convention Center, Playhouse District, and South Lake Avenue. Or we'll probably go south and north on Lake Avenue. Ambassador Auditorium. They don't really use it much. And I'm gonna make a slow turn here, and we're gonna be making a right toward the Norton Simon Museum. I don't know if you'll be able to see Norton Simon here. But this is the Norton Simon Museum to my left. Anyway, we're driving up and down Pasadena. The Amtrak used to cross Old Pasadena. The tracks used to travel on top of the roadway because I was on one of the train lines that took a detour on a track that crossed right into Old Pasadena. And I was on one of the last passenger service. Now we're right in the middle of Old Town. Right back to Fair Oaks. It seems like everything started right here at Fair Oaks. Right to the right, you got the cheesecake factory. There's quite a few people out here walking. Not too crowded, but just the right amount of people. I'm gonna get into the left lane here. I see a big Cisco truck in front of me. Of course, I walked this street a few times, but nobody walks in LA right now. Okay, we just ran over the tracks where there was tracks. Well, Morongo. make a right turn here on Holly Street. Holly Street is where the Pasadena City Hall is. Right in front of us is the Pasadena City Hall, built in 1927, and it's a Renaissance building. This is also where the Christmas tree was. The Christmas tree was right here in front of us, right in the center. Look like there's a lot going on there. I don't know, maybe a wedding, I don't know. A lot of dressed up people over there. 1927, that was the City Hall. So we saw the Northern Simon building, part of it. Hopefully you might be able to see it. That was built in 1922. And then we're coming up to the main entrance of Plaza Pasadena. That's what it was called back in the 1980s. And then they changed it to the Paseo Pasadena. I'll walk this. That's what's in front of us right now. The very center of it. The Great Maple. Guess that's a restaurant. And we're gonna go back down Old Town again. Sunlight's in my face. Sushi Endo. People eating outside. Some of these restaurants still got the barriers out so they can eat out on the street, but I don't see no tables, no chairs, no anything. But there are some people eating in seats, I guess, like on the sidewalk. I only got one seat, but basically the restaurants are open here. Okay, here's one tent in front of us over to the right. And they got people eating inside of it. Well, anyway, as I was saying about the train track some time ago, I got sidetracked. The city of Pasadena, when they stopped using the tracks, the restaurants took over the right of way, and it was actually a parking lot. They made out a parking lot because Southern Pacific wasn't using the tracks anymore, so Amtrak wasn't using the tracks anymore, and therefore they wasn't using the little Pasadena station, Union Station. So LA decided to build the metro line, the Metro Gold line, and, and so they made them go underground. So underground they went. So now when you drive through Old Town, you don't run over any tracks at all because they made them go underground for about maybe 880, I don't even think it's 880 yards from the actual, when it started going underground. But it went underground from the 210 freeway. Then it started going underground, and it stops at their little Union Station in Pasadena, and from there it goes downtown LA. And that's the goal line. And we're going across, that's across. And we're gonna make a left turn here, and then we're gonna hit Green Street. Green Street run two ways except for when it's in Old Town, and it turns into a one-way street, and that's what we're gonna do. Go into Green Street. They have a lot of shops on Green Street. I did walk on Green Street during the Christmas time. So hopefully I get a good transmission because it's very beautiful under here. They still got restaurants out in the street. There's Buca de Beppo, famous restaurant. They got more restaurants on these streets than ever before. Gameology, they got some other things here too. So it is a lot of green trees here. A lot of people are walking about on the backside of Old Town. I call it the backside. I tried to find some information on Green Street, but it seemed to be named after somebody Green. I believe so. If I ever find out, I'll get back to you sometime in the future if I ever do Green Street, if I ever do Old Pasadena again. There's Rocco's to the right. That's a tavern. Beer and Claw to the left. Color Me Mine, The Art of Having Fun. This is oh, it look like it's a craft place. It is. It look like an arts and craft place where they look like they're doing watercolors and stuff. Oh no, look like they're painting ceramics. Oh, I didn't know they did that kind of stuff here. Go to 85 Degree Bakery. So we're on the one-way street, Green Street. So we're in Pasadena. This is Robert A. Shum, zigzagging up and down the streets that I feel are most important. Hopefully, I'll be able to see Northern Simon. One of these days, I'll probably have to do Northern Simon by itself if I don't see it in the video itself, at least a primer. I hear ambulance. Oh, it's not coming this way. Good. Okay, we're literally in the back of the Paseo Mall, and to the right is the convention center or the auditorium, the Pasadena Civic Auditorium. In Pasadena, we have what you call the Pacific Asia Museum. I haven't been there in quite some time, but I heard it's been taken over by a leading university. I believe it's USC. I'm not sure, but Pacific Asia Museum, a lot of Asian art in there. It's been there for the longest time, and it's still going. Also, the Pasadena Playhouse is nearby. Still on Green Street. Daylight savings time. You want to call it that. Hopefully, my transmission will still be good. I am doing a different type of video, kind of an English one. See what it looks like. We're gonna cross lake, and then I'm gonna come up and around and go back up it again. Okay, we're gonna go make a right on Mentor Avenue, which is a one-way street. Let me check it out. See if it goes all the way through. We'll hit California again, and then we'll go north on Lake. So we're driving around and through parts of Pasadena. Actually, we're driving through the main part of Pasadena. Of course, Lake Street, as I said so in the past, has a lot of restaurants on this one street. Of course, I've done Lake Street a couple of times. They still have a Macy's. On Lake Street, the major part of Lake Street goes from California to Colorado. This is going to be a different type of angle that I'm using here, trying out something different in my video technique. Okay, it goes to San Pasquale. San Pasquale. And so we'll start at San Pasquale there. And we'll start right here. As you can see, there's a TJ Maxx in front of us. Right beside me, right here at this corner, is a Ross. this car can move up, I can move up. There's a lot of cars parked on this street. It's such a beautiful street, Lake. There's a road, Walgreens to my right. Once we just passed Macy's. There's a Granville in front to the right. I've never been to this restaurant. They got an upper part balcony, which you can look like they got umbrellas and you can eat up there. I'm gonna have to come here one day and look at it, how crowded it looks. It's great though. But this Romney Shop, you're riding with Robin, Romney Shop, local boundaries and beyond. Just hanging out on a Saturday evening, daylight saving time, the day before Mother's Day. Crossing Green Street. We're crossing Colorado Boulevard or the Rose Bowl Street. Lake Street is a main street that goes straight up right into oh, mine's going to pot. In Pasadena, like all cities, got its own little problems. It's got its good and bad, and there's always something going down. We're getting ready to cross the 210 freeway. The goal line stops right here at the 210 freeway. The goal line in its present status goes to Azusa to downtown LA with stops in Chinatown. They're going to expand the Metro Gold Line. I think that'll take a couple more years all the way to Montclair. I'm in the wrong lane. That's what I hate about this street. Oh, they got the hat on the left. World famous pastrami place. They still got a bunch of those all over the place. A hat. I used to go to a Burger King here, but they closed it down on this street, Lake Street up here. They still got McDonald's. This is Orange Grove Boulevard, which actually turns. So we was on Orange Grove Boulevard where the Norton Simon was, and that was going north and south. But then when it gets further into Pasadena, it actually makes a right turn and it's going east and west. So a person can't get lost if they don't know the streets around here. Okay, what once was Burger King is now a Del Taco. McDonald's is still here. KFC to my right. Roscoe's to my right. I finally went there once. We're on Lake Street. Popeyes to my left. Probably can't see that. Saturday evening drive. I believe the median income is kind of high here, even though you can probably get modest price apartments around here. They have a lot of retirement places around here for the elderly. So the street I'm thinking of was Altadena. So Lake goes all the way into Altadena. I don't believe Altadena is a city. It's still part of LA counties like Pasadena, South Pasadena. But Altadena is not a city of itself. So we're going north all the way up the hill. Pasadena is very diverse. Like all this area, Altadena, Pasadena, South Pasadena. They have quite a few churches. Okay, we're now in Altadena, New York Drive. Oh, I see here they got an Altadena Farmers Market, 4 to 7 p.m. on Wednesdays, 600 West Palm. So right now we in Altadena, and I'm gonna make a left turn here on Mendocino Street. Christmas Tree Lane is not too far from here. That's why they had the Christmas tree lights on those big trees. I'm gonna make another right turn here up this hill. I don't know what the transmission is gonna be like. This looks like Christmas Tree Lane here. Probably not. It's probably back the other way. I'm gonna make a right turn here on Mariposa Street. This is a one big street. There's a stop sign there. Oh, this looks like they got quite a few stores on this street here. Boy, what is that? No turn on red. Okay. And this is Robin and Sean. We're doing a turnaround in Altadena Drive. We're going heading back toward Pasadena. But like I said, Lake Street is a very important street in Pasadena because it's not too far from Old Town. It's not too far from the Huntington Garden. In fact, it's not too far from the Rose Bowl. And this is Robin A. Shop. You just riding with Robin. It's Saturday evening drive the day before, or I said the evening before Mother's Day. So if you ever want to come live in Pasadena, remember this much: Lake Street is the important street around. I'm seeing a lot more than I've seen before driving up and down the street. This is Robin Deschamps driving around town, Pasadena, while there's light in the sky. Not at night like when I first did it. Not early in the morning when I walked Old Town. Not early in the morning when I walked Paseo Mall. If you want to come live in Pasadena, be prepared to spend a lot because it's not really that cheap. Even though it's very diverse, they have some very nice pocket of high-end homes here. There's a restaurant that's out of business. I wonder if that was the Sizzler. Never noticed it. Daisy Lotto's. Never heard of that place before. I see other restaurants around here. I thought he was coming over here. This is Robin and Sean doing an evening drive in Pasadena. let you get a feel of what it's like in Pasadena during the daylight savings time, 7:07 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to end the broadcast here. We hit the major three little places that I wanted to see for you all out there. At least you got to see the city hall, not at night, not with a Christmas tree, but at a significant distance where you can actually see the city hall. Renaissance, 1927. Because everything around here clicked at that time. Well, this is Robin Shop. Make the left turn onto the freeway. And I'll see you in my next video. See you later, folks. Have a great evening.